I loved it. And it just really feels like a marriage. It feels like a partnership. And again, it's not all rainbows and butterflies. And some days are great, some days aren't, but we get through them, and then we end up in the evening and we can talk like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's awesome. It's very, I don't know, liberating. It's just, I don't have to deal with that on top of the rest of the fucking world coming down on me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know this is where we have our safe place.
Mm-hmm.
Between that and then just really stepping into my own, just my own masculinity this year, really talked about it a lot, read about it a lot, even wrote about it. But this year I really felt it.
Mm-hmm.
I could really feel it. And I could feel the energy around, like the people I talked to or interacted with. I could feel a lot of that with them. And just being a normal fucking guy. I talk about it all the time. I don't know what that is. I'm going to have to come up with a bit of a description of that normal guy, but I say it to people all the time. And most people I talk to are like, wow, thank you for
being a normal guy.
Well, just that, or like caring about them, or ask them some fucking questions.
That's what I was going to say. What's normal? It's being a leader. Okay, wait, this is my interpretation of what you tell me. It's being like a leader who gets shit done and can direct people in getting shit done, but also can empathize and, be vulnerable as well. But I think empathize is probably one of the bigger things, is like understanding that these people you're working with or talking to or
just interacting with
are other human beings, right? And so I think that empathy is a huge piece of it. So it's like, that's the masculine, that's the empowered masculine. Because a lot of the world right now, and I feel like this is a lot of what's shifting and crumbling, is the toxic masculine. That's how we've been run for many, many years. It's how many of the systems are built. It's on power and control.
Right.
And don't really give a shit about anything or anyone else. It's about power and control and money, right?
Yes, true.
And whatever you have to do for those things. And so we're witnessing right now a lot of this crumbling in the world, and I feel like the feminine is like blossoming, and this is where you're seeing lots of women like stepping into their power. But what's really cool is that as women blossom and step into their femininity and own their power, and I'm not talking about like the feminist movement, like rah rah rah, we hate men. I'm talking about like women who like honor and accept their innate power and wisdom and stop giving it away to the masculine, the toxic masculine, right? And so we've witnessed this happening too over the last decade, probably more so in the last few years. And because the feminine is rising, that is creating space for the toxic masculine to heal, right? And to step into the empowered masculine, which is exactly what you're talking about. It's that provider, protector, leader, but who is also able to empathize and be vulnerable and in touch with their own feelings and emotions, right? Because this goes back to what we were just talking about a few moments ago, where you can hold space for me because you hold space for your own emotions. Now, when you didn't hold space for your emotions and you just drank or numbed out watching TV, there was no space for mine because you were like, holy fuck, like my cup's already full of mine. Yeah, so I feel like everything I just said is like you as an individual stepping into your empowered masculine, right? And then you get to provide the people that you come in contact with on a daily basis with that energy.
Right.
And that inspiration, I would say. Because even when you came home from BC, you said like you talk to a lot of men, and these are construction men who are just like used to that hard grind and just like rough, tough life, right? And rough, tough emotions. But you got a lot of them opened up and just had like some really interesting conversations with them, right? And they were very intrigued. And I think this is because a lot of men are feeling it now. Like they're feeling lost because
big time,
they don't want to be that rough, tough, toxic masculine energy anymore, but they also don't really know where to turn.
It's such a fine line, but it is and it isn't, I guess, because it's not I feel the most authentic I've ever felt.
Right, exactly.
And it's not a persona. So I doing everything now. Like I fucking rock a knife on my belt now, and
you stabbed me.
Yeah, well,
on Christmas.
Yeah, fuck around. You'll be laying around. But you got that, and just
it was an accident.
It was an accident. I feel bad. I felt really bad.
It drew blood though.
Yeah. Seriously. But yeah, between that and just like doing my working out, and we have our sauna, so I spend a lot of time in there lately and just thinking and watching some different videos on, again, more masculinity videos, and just seeing how the world turns, and getting Lennox into more like into boxing now, and he's going to get into jiu-jitsu when we're allowed to touch people again.
When COVID is
Yeah.
over, he says.
So just yeah, exactly. That's what Lennox says when COVID's over.
Well,
Um,
actually, what Lennox is most excited about is when COVID is over, he gets to go to Treehouse, which is the
yes,
indoor play center.
he is jacked for that thing. But just all of that, right? And then like going out, working the wood shop, and just all these things. But I'm not doing it to like I'm not doing it because like that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm just doing it because that's what I want to do, and
Yeah, like it feels good.
yeah, and it brings me closer to what I'm supposed to be, or what my calling, I believe, is
Hmm.
just to help more guys, and realize that you can be that fucking farmer, you could be that construction worker, you can be the kid that got literally 51, I think, in English and 52 in biology in Onion Lake on this in school. Like, not putting down Onion Lake education, it's great education, but um like, fuck, man, the world, like, you could do anything, you really can. Like, I have no business doing anything that I'm even doing.
Hmm.
Obviously for you're a huge support, and I equate almost a lot of that to you, or for you, but or to you. um but I mean, it fucking behooves you not to do all these things. Like, you gotta try it, you gotta do it. And I'm a big shining example of like, fuck, you can do anything, you
Hmm.
really can.